The International Monetary Fund is warning if we're lucky, they're saying if we're lucky, the world will enter into a global recession. If we're lucky, they say it won't be a depression. They say if we're lucky, growth will decline by 2%. If we're lucky. The Bank of England is not only warning of a global recession, but also of massive inflation. Well, you're not supposed to have inflation and a recession at the same time. That hasn't really happened since the 70s. It's called stagflation. It means people are out of work, but prices keep going up. And that leaves the central banks powerless, which they should be, but they don't know what to do if there's inflation and unemployment. The Bank of England is now saying there's no way they're going to lower interest rates to jumpstart this fading economy. They're saying, look, the economy is fading, but we also have inflation, and if we lower interest rates, cheap money means inflation. We think, nobody's quite sure. So cheap money is what Donald Trump lives on because he's the king of debt. And this is why he's trying to get the chairman of the Fed pretty much arrested because he won't lower interest rates. Powell won't lower interest rates. Trump wants cheap money. But the central bank in England and here in the United States are saying, no, there isn't going to be cheap money. And now we come to the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, which I've been warning you about. The Bab el-Mandeb Strait is coming into the crosshairs as the Houthis once again warned America and Israel. This is what the Houthis are saying. We saw what shutting down Hormuz has done to you. We will shut down the Bab el-Mandeb Strait unless Israel pulls out of southern Lebanon. So these maps are important. I know most people don't like geography. This will take 30 seconds. I know I'm a broken record and I keep showing you this map, but if you don't look at maps, you don't know why your kids are being sent off to war. If everybody looked at a map and knew where these countries were and why the wars are really being fought, we wouldn't be spending $1 trillion or $1.5 trillion a year on missiles we don't need, and we wouldn't be trapped in these wars. You'd look at this effing map and say, are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? So right now, the oil companies are doing fantastic. In a month, they've made an extra close to $20 billion more because the price of petroleum has gone up, right? If it costs more to buy a barrel of oil, they're going to charge you more. And that doubles their profits. If you shut down the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, then something like 30% of the world's container shippers, which have to pass through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait in order to get to the Suez Canal, you're looking at something far worse than what the International Monetary Fund is warning about. We're not looking at a recession with higher prices. We are looking at a global depression with commodities that are just priced astronomically.